What's happening, gamers? This is K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. Now, every year, ever since this generation started, we've always heard that Xbox is in trouble for something. If it wasn't for DRM, or if it's now that Xbox has no games, there's no new IPs coming, there's no direction. You know, Phil Spencer and Shannon Loftus and Aaron Greenberg and them, they all just need to go away into the sunset and let new leadership. They need more Japanese games. This just never ends, right? Doesn't matter. Take away everything that Xbox has been doing ever since they've been come out, what was it, over 15 years ago? Basically innovating and changing. And while PlayStation has been following suit of what the Xbox has been doing, the success of the PlayStation 4 has contributed to two things: the price at the beginning of launch, and also the fact that they used the 360 model by scooping up marketing deals. And there's nothing wrong with the PlayStation being number one. It's nothing wrong with Nintendo being number one or Microsoft being number one. The fact of that, where people get this totally out of control attitude where Xbox is in a bad position just because PlayStation is number one, is ludicrous. Of course, Microsoft, if they really want to, they got the money to shut down PlayStation without a thought. But in all actuality, Microsoft needs PlayStation. PlayStation needs Nintendo. Nintendo needs both companies to thrive. And as long as they're all doing well, then they'll feed off of each other and they'll start making great content for the gamers. See, the funny thing about this whole situation is that when you have these trend wars, or as I call them, the people that like to follow the cattle, they like to just follow the herd, they're just cattle. They like to make crazy accusations that, well, because I'm an Xbox fan first, that, well, you don't play any PlayStation games at all. You've never played Uncharted. You've only played Ratchet and Clank. And again, those are the ones that are followers that don't have any type of substance to work on for themselves. The only thing that they like to do is cause chaos. Keeps the console war going. It's cute to me, because as a gamer, I want to see the best for everyone. And just because my preference is the Xbox doesn't mean that I don't want to see PlayStation succeed or Nintendo succeed. That's the reason why I buy these consoles. It's because I'm a gamer first. That's the reason why I got a gaming PC. I don't think anybody in their right mind expected Xbox to even get to this position to where they've gotten. I don't think anybody in their right mind would have thought that with the start of how the PlayStation 4 kicked off, that Xbox was going to somehow make some magical move and overtake it in sales. That's why I look at the whole sales, NPDs, number wars basically, is ludicrous. Because even if PlayStation did somehow trip over themselves and fall, and Xbox took over, or Nintendo took over for the number one spot for, I guess what, NPDs, it doesn't matter, because it's not like that Xbox didn't win their share of NPDs and Nintendo, because they have. See, again, when people start talking more about the numbers instead of talking about the games themselves, that's when you know that this thing is gone well beyond of stupidity. People can make all the lists in the world, and they'll throw out these games like Medieval and Shadow of the Colossus and all of this, which are remakes, but then again be the same ones to talk bad about backwards compatibility. If these people have not played The Last of Us and then played until they got the PlayStation 4, that game is going to be considered a new game to them. It's the same thing with backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. If these people have not played these games, like I love Marlo Briggs, and that's going to be a 360 game that's going to be available for free, and that game is fire. So when people tell me that the Xbox brand is in trouble and that Xbox has no games, I laugh, because I own more games on this particular console than I've ever owned at one particular time in my entire life. Like, this is ridiculous. And I mean, for the other games that I have on my PlayStation and the games I have on my PC, I have more games accumulated than I've ever had. But just on the Xbox alone, I've never owned that many games. So when they tell me that I have no games, I just laugh, because I said I got plenty to choose from. And so when I played my Xbox One X, which is one of the best consoles I've ever played on. This is up there with me with the PlayStation 1 and with the Sega Dreamcast. Fantastic console, and the NES. You know, this is a testament of a company that is definitely moving in the right direction. And no, was this year in 2017 a big, huge exclusive year? No, absolutely not, it wasn't. And PlayStation had a great year with exclusives. The fact of it is, though, that there are exclusives that are coming next year. And there will be more exclusives that's coming, new IPs. I know that people get impatient and they want to know what's coming out right now. And maybe Xbox needs to maybe get their perspective different, because people want to see those trailers. Maybe that goes 2 or 3 years. But again, the narrative will change, and so you'll hear the same excuses like you did about Cuphead and Quantum Break. Regardless, the bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen, is that don't let anybody deter you from what you like. When people tell me that they're a fan of the PlayStation, good for you. I have no problem with you that you choose the PlayStation over the Xbox. But when gamers choose the Xbox over every other platform out there, gamers, enjoy it. Because what you eat don't make the other person shit. That's a fact. So, as always, Xbox is the best box. Keep it gaming. Love what you love, man. That's all that matters. So I definitely like to hear your thoughts about it. Have a good one. See you on BGST.
I catch you back in the studio trying to calm your soul, looking at your manager. I think Chris a guy, man. I'll put you in the trunk with these souls.